I think we're good. Hi, welcome. I'm still trying to learn how to do this. Share link. There we go. All right, so we're going to pull up the game. There we go. Warning, this is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. It does have occasional light flashing effects. If these effects pose a health risk for you, you can disable them in the preference menu. I will not be disabling. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. I'm so Alright, you'll have to let me know if I'm too loud or what, if it sounds fine. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Testing. Testing. Can you hear me? Yeah? Cool. Awesome. Right. I don't know what to call it. I don't remember what I called it. Pull your mic closer to your face. And then we'll let you play. Okay. Alright, thank you. I'm appreciating the feedback. What city should I live in? Better. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Okay. My hair. So, I am gonna do Talk to Animals and Keen Eye. I'm pretty sure that is what I picked last time. And I really enjoyed that. I do plan to play this game like 3 times though, so I'll get to explore some of the other pairs. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again, and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin brought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So, anyway, I was saying. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking to you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Remains. You do your best to keep a blank face. Waking up and, by extension, accidentally giving this strange man permission to keep talking to you was a mistake. So, this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. It was a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked and she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we'd been on and off for about a year or so. It's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago she tried to break up with me, like for real. And jeez, you ever get so mad you like want to kill somebody? You smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody's trying to break your heart. That changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought about. They'd never want to do. Da-da-da-da-da. Star. Da-da-da-da-da. What does that mean? Da-da-da. Somebody trying to break your heart. That changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought they'd want to do. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyways, she's given birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. Dang, I'm still too far away. Hello? I'm so sorry. But I don't know if I'm into that stuff. So I might just wind up on the bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. I'm going to continue to remain silent. I don't want to talk to this man. You sit in silence as this man admits he threatened to murder the soon-to-be mother of his child, a child whose birth he is currently missing and considering ditching to go have fun in New York. I don't know if I can get closer. I feel like I'm eating my mic right now. Like, I don't know. Okay, so back to Streamlabs. Like, am I close enough to my mic now? No, you're good. LOL. No closer. You just noticed my messages. That's all. You're good. Okay, so I don't need to be, like, eating my microphone. Cool. Okay, we're gonna go back to this crazy man on the bus. You sit in silence as this man admits he threatened to murder his soon-to-be mother of his child, a child whose birth he is currently missing, to consider ditching to go have fun in New York. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? You don't say a word. The last thing you need right now is for him to know where you're going, and to be staying for the next week. If you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop till this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know nobody ever goes up that way. Though, actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and that's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies get desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard of them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die! He looks back at his phone for once, focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his bag before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them around anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. You take the peanuts. Thanks. You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Great talk. And just like that, the stranger is gone. Don't hate on the boiled peanuts. Don't worry, I will offer them to every single person I meet. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. But they're dripping! Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. I think the fact that they're dripping is the worst part. The bus finally comes to a stop. Its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk, though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Irinixis. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos of her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. As I said. Want some peanuts? I got them from the bus. You hold out the dripping bag, offering it to your cousin. What? Put those away. Why would I want your wet peanuts? Now, come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. I like your greed. Why would I want your wet peanuts? No, thank you. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. The eat my peanuts is hilarious. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. How are you holding up? I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, so the funeral, I can't believe we've never actually met before this, remain silent. How are you holding up? Fine. Dead Moms Club. I'm gonna definitely make that comment. Are you sure? You seem tense. You know you can talk to me, right? I went through something similar when my own mom passed. She tenses up even more at the mention of your mom before letting out a heavy sigh. Maybe it's a sore spot for her. You quickly apologize. I'm sorry, I know that's probably not what you're looking to hear right now. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. Really. I guess we're both members of the Dead Mom Club now, huh? Your cousin turns at you with an icy glare. Maybe this would have worked to ease the tension if it were someone else, but she isn't. You're really not going to drop it, are you? She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. So, the funeral? It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Geez, that's almost a whole week. I got here a little early. Since I'm here, do you need any help planning? Have you worked out all the details yet? Have you worked out all the details yet? Mm-hmm. Taken care of. Don't need any help. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. Look, I don't know what my mom did to piss you off. This side of the family, I know you're going through a lot right now. That comment was unnecessary. Is there bad blood between us? You don't know me, and I don't know what my mom's problem with this side of the family is. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she has against this side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I had gotten to know you. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she had against this side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I'd known about you. Whatever. What's done is done. Tabitha has such an amazing personality. I actually low-key love her. I really enjoy Tabitha. She's never gets better, but I love her greatly. She's awesome. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Yeah, she's fun. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what is in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it, perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as this house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. OSHA violations galore! We don't have OSHA in Scarlet Hollow. Don't worry about it. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. Sounds like a lovely place to live. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and the hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. 5 stars on a TripAdvisor. I'll show you around so you know where is safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. So you live here? Yeah, and I'm letting you stay here for free. So mind your manners, and did your mother not teach you about those? Let's just get the tour over with. This definitely fits Tabitha. Yeah. Follow me. Get it, Tabby. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen! On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Tip: some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. Someone cleans this place? Why do you ask? Not up to your sparkling city standards? Out here in the country, we know how to put up with a little dirt and grime. Is there anyone in... I might want to eat something other than peanut butter and jelly this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. General store, how very folksy, but I'm your guest. Oh, I didn't actually budget for groceries. Sweet, thanks. A general store, how folksy. Is it? Is a store that fulfills your general shopping needs. General store just describes what it is. Awesome. I love peanut butter and jelly. How did you know it was one of my favorites? That smile can't be real. Yay, I got a smile. I didn't, but good for you. Alright, what's next on the tour? Bathroom. Follow me. It's creepy. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Don't try to pet Frou Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. I mean, get it, girl. Ni mi parse pas. I'm totally gonna butcher all of the cat's French. I'm so sorry. I know, but it doesn't mean I can speak it. I'm sorry, little lady. Je ne pense pas francisias. I don't speak French, baby cat. Frou Frou has secrets. This is like my favorite thing in this game, is that I can talk to animals. I don't know if I can play this game without talking to the animals. I mean, eventually I probably should, but it's like, it makes me happy. Of course, how typically American. I shall debase myself by speaking your tongue, but only so that I may insult you directly to your face, you uncultured swine. Very funny. Her name sounds French. Stop wasting my time and let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Wait, are you sure this toilet works? This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. What a nice bathroom. Never mind, I don't need to go. Lift toilet seat. This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. Frou Frou, meow in French. Meow. Or meow. You can practically hear Tabitha roll her eyes at you from the other side of the bathroom wall. It'd be a lot nicer if Janie didn't have a policy about bathrooms. She cleans mine, but refuses to do more than that, so you can blame her for the state of this place. Can I use your bathroom instead? No! Now hurry up and do your business so we can move on with our lives. Scram, fellas! The gig is on! The cockroaches. Duh. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. You're good, actually. You aren't desperate enough for this. You know, on second, I don't think I need to go. You might as well try since we're here. I really don't remember what I did last time. And I don't know if it matters. She's watching. She's standing outside the door. I don't remember if I used this bathroom. I really... Yeah, she's just beeping. think I'm gonna just not. Nah, I'm good. You leave the bathroom to rejoin your cousin and finish the tour. You still have to go, but it can wait until later. Maybe you'll sneak out to the garden. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. I do think I used the bathroom last time. Hopefully that doesn't change things. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. You're gonna go to the garden and do your business. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. This is great. Way nicer than what I'm used to. What a dump. I hate it. It seems a little dusty. This room is nice. Thank you. Who used to sleep here? I guess I'll get settled. Thank you. This is nice. This is great. Way nicer than what I'm used to. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. What kind of family stuff? Unimportant family stuff. Who used to sleep here? When this house is almost 150 years old. Many, many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here. Carry on a fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. Tradition. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tip, this dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, so right away and others down the line. We don't have to inherit our parents' bad blood. We can start fresh now that it's just us. Where are you going? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? Let's do this one. You don't have to inherit our parents' bad blood. We can start fresh now that it's just us. Look, I'm sorry I've been testy since you got here, but you aren't exactly one to talk. Clearly, you and I have different opinions on hospitality. Maybe we can start fresh tonight. Just stay out of my hair until then, okay? I have work to do. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you don't keep me for long. Sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall as exciting. It's a task. Somebody's pillow is getting peed on later. One of these tasks could use more doing. That's a healthy mindset. That's kind of sad. One of those tasks could use more doing. It's about the bathroom. One of those tasks could use more doing around here, if you ask me. Excuse me? Toilets, scrubbing. I mean, have you seen the toilet in my bathroom? Have you seen what lives there? Any other requests before I head out? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? There's a very demanding job I should be getting back to right now. That doesn't include figuring out activities for you to occupy your time with. I'm not your babysitter. Why don't you, I don't know, go walk around in town or something until you get tired? There are historical buildings to look at. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Okay. You decide to let Tabitha leave for work. Are we all set then? I'll see you tonight. My eyes are back. Your cousin leaves through the front door, and out is just you and this sprawling, decrepit estate. I'm gonna go talk to the cat. You haven't had anything to eat all day, and the only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place, not palace. A PB&J sounds exactly like what you need to take the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of this place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter and jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Frou-Frou hisses as you draw near and remains firmly in place. This is not what I did last time, so I'm already off schedule. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away. You extend your arm, offering Frou-Frou your bag of boiled peanuts as a token of peace. I feel like we got off to the wrong foot. Want some boiled peanuts? Non. Do you feel like living? Do you like living here? Do you know what is sealed? Can you tell me about Tabitha? Can you tell me about my aunt? So, do you like living here? I despise small talk. If you won't take the hint, I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hand. Frou-Frou lunges at your hand and bites you. Hard. You back away. On second thought, you're not actually hungry anymore. The state of this kitchen has put you off eating possibly forever. Maybe it's time to do something else. Might as well head to town. Judgy much? Frou-Frou is mean. Yes. There's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension, though maybe her mother's funeral is the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Or maybe it's not the best time. Maybe it's the perfect time. Frou-Frou needs a vet trip. It's really pretty out here. Continue down the path. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Yes! Gretchen! Sorry, I got excited. Why do I declare? Who is this stranger? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Irinixis. Oh my. I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Irinixis. That's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Offer her your boiled peanuts. Yep, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. No, none of your business. Remain silent. Gretchen and Stella probably have a nice room you can stay in. Honestly. You hold out the dripping bag of peanuts. It's polite to offer food in new social situations. Oh, that's really kind of you to offer, but I can't take your food. You should hang on to those in case you get peckish. Anyways, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you're Tappy's cousin, right? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath, "Oh, one of these days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me." That's the only person I can think of who would come in town for the funeral. This is got really loud on my end. There we go. That's the only person I can think of. No, it's too quiet. Okay, that's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? Haha, Gretchen is like, please pet me. Gretchen is so cute. To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... Why do you want to know? She's putting on a front. She seems alright. Even though we met a couple of hours ago, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about her. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so cute. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. I don't think she's doing so too well. She's been icy, sure, but it feels like she's putting it on as a front. She's always been a bit rough around the edges, to be honest. It's always been hard to tell if that's just the way she is, or if she's just been putting on an act her whole life. I think she's been up in that whole old mansion all by herself. I'd call her Tabby now. It's probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a while, long time. The town's really small, so everybody knows everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both at school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and well, that was that. I haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the frou-frou. How does that monster fare? I like Stella. Me too. Tabitha's cat? Unfortunately, yes, I have met Frou-Frou. Yeah, I have met Frou-Frou. She might think she is much better than me. I will get her to pet me, even if it's the last thing I do. I've met Frou-Frou. She might think she is so much better than me, but I will get her to let me pet her, even if it's the last thing I do. Wait, what? Are you... You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Yes, this is a joke. I cannot talk to animals. Alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can't talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a Southern belle when she talks. Right, of course you're joking. You and Stella maintain silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time I see that devil, please send my regards. And do you let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but that I still very much plan to outlive her. Oh, and if you've got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got these amazing biscuits. My treat. Biscuits? Your treat? Hell yeah. Awesome. Let's go. A pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. It contrasts with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate. The diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grind to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Hello, everyone. I'm Irinixis, just in town for the funeral. Before anyone can respond, you and Stella casually slide into a booth, pretending the whole town didn't just gawk at you like a sideshow attraction. Looks like your entrance was a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Folks around here don't meet many strangers as is. And with who you're related to, well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. Is that the creepy guy in the background? Oh, never mind. No, I don't think it is. Keen eye. As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up on some of the murmurs of conversations around you. Listening in. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet them. He's back. It really does look like him. I don't think so. Looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. I always thought it'd go away. I always thought it'd go away once she finally got out of this town. But I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. Mm-hmm. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That's Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why they look so sad. I would look sad too if I had to have Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Do you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? I don't know. I'll find out next time I go visit Miss Tabitha. Are you going to finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, Sweet Pea, and we've got to get home to help Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Huh. Why must the strangers who wander into town never gorgeous ladies? Wait. Oh, why are the strangers who wander into town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always coal boys, punks, and whippersnappers? Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around the corner booth, readily scarfing down heapings plates of food. So that's the boss's cousin. There's that funeral next week, if I remember right, for old Miss Pearl Ann. May she rot in peace. Oh, and the lady rest Zax. Oh, let the lady rest Zax. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they'd been so much as laying to rest. If you'd been around in her heyday, you'd speak an ill too, Rodriguez. He's right. Nastiest woman I ever met. That Tabitha's a blessing compared to her. Curse the whole lot of them. May every Scarlet burn in hell. That's enough of that. Hey, Stella. I went ahead and fixed you up coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And there's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text box at any time. Anything for you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Stella said she's buying, so I'll have one of everything, please. Thank you. How much coffee? Order a coffee, order a biscuit, order a biscuit, and a coffee. Could I have a biscuit and a coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the country. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nicely. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always a reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyways. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's this weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too, so it'll be a special occasion. Is the potluck a church thing? Cool, sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out. I'm not gonna lie, none of that really strikes my fancy. You don't say. Those are just the big events, too, so even if you went to all of them, they wouldn't come close to covering the day-to-day. Do you have any plans on that front? Do you have something in mind? Something's telling me this is a loaded question. Was I being that obvious? My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera, and it's always better when someone else is there too. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Is there nothing else? Oh wait, this is Gretchen. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I'd known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, I would have waited before digging in. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Thanks, it looks great. You didn't have to do that. What do I look like, a charity case? Thanks, Avery, it looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate, fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth, as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. This is the best biscuit I've ever had, but that's not saying much. What? This is really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. My mouth is watering. I know, the biscuit sounds so good. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Wait, what? What kind of videos do you do? Wow, that's rad. Okay. How does that make you money? Sigh, you and everyone else remain silent. Cool. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel or Irinixis. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is this cryptid that's only known for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they'd saw something big and weird in the Catawba River. And that's all I have to go. Yeah, cryptids are like a kind of creature. Like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster. Yeah. Yeah. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Keen eye. Despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and its relative body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one at that. Some folks say it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had some people say it was a dog, or even a capybara, but that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the only one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. It's a mountain lion. Gretchen thinks it's a mountain lion. It looks like a big cat. That's an honest-to-God cryptid there. Oh, yeah, totally a dog. Or a beaver? Hold on. Whatever it is, you should leave it alone. I don't believe in cryptids. That's an honest-to-goodness cryptid right there. No way that's a beaver or a dog. And there's no way a capybara would be swimming in a river with the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia. But that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up there, but that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment sections went nuts for this footage. And from there, it spread on Twitter pretty fast. There were polls for days. They even had actual experts weighing in. It was all a really cool experience. And it meant the video did some pretty great numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gators type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. We should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyways. I'll see y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after skunking. Interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Most skunking sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkened sky, that sort of thing. That depends. Are you going to be there, Gretchen? Absolutely. Against my better judgment, yes, I'd like to have. That depends. Are you going to be there, Gretchen? Oh, naturally. I wouldn't want any misfortune to befall my beloved Stella. I only stay by her side through thick and thin, however odd her passions may be. Of course, it's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Say no more. I'm in. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'd kind of be like a blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. You know, what gets me thinking? I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanike has to come out of the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella puts her phone on dial and waits for it to ring. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Aw, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... oh. I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met someone cool in town today. They're Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah. Just here for the week. Anyways, we want to go out to look for skunking. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man. That sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a few more low-key hangs. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring them. Talk to you soon, bud. Bye. Grease there. There's always been something off about that boy. I did never like the smell of him. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? Is he okay? Are you okay? What's the deal? Good. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about it, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him come along again. He's hilarious. You'll love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. We'll see. Ugh, haven't I met enough people already? Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanike is much easier to track down, since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So, we should probably head out if we want to make it up to the mountains before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Leave a tip. Leave a generous tip. Can't afford to leave a tip. Don't leave a tip. You didn't have to spend any money. We'll leave it. You reach into your pockets and pull out a single crumpled dollar bill and a quarter. As long as you don't get sick of peanut butter and jelly, your meals will be free while you're here. Share the wealth while you've got it, you think to yourself. Leave the money on the table and follow Stella out of the diner. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon. A chill descends upon Hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel more alive than you felt in years, strangely calm. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs of crickets trill around your night. Well, I'm butchering this. Okay. Restart. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. I bet versus city life, this would be a beautiful view. Oh, for sure. I am gonna reposition a little bit. Lean back. Okay. Trying to see, because there's a delay where I ended up. That's a good angle. And I'm going to reposition my phone so I can see everything. I accept. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest year until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored. If only for a minute. For a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Are you really expecting to find anything out here? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of things. Has anything bad ever happened to you on these hikes? What is the weirdest thing you've seen out here other than cryptids? What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Other than cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deers doing it. So I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell that it was there until you stepped on it. Yeah, deer-eating birds. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through it if you weren't careful. Hence, the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing. Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go in all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I don't lump in with cryptids. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolves lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they truly are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all of that junk bunk. So let's hope all that's just bunk. Am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see the UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real. And they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling... Oh, I'm a dog. I adore my darling Greta, or Stella. What am I doing? I adore my darling Stella. But she gets the strangest ideas in her head about these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Heck yes, aliens are real. Nice. I knew we had a connection. I know somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. And suddenly, it looked like it was like daylight outside. He could see cows out in the field, birds in the sky. Then this metallic, egg thing appeared floating in front of his truck. He passed out. And when he woke up, he was missing out of his pinkies. He was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never even been there. It was just smooth skin where his pinky should be. I know it's a secondhand source, but there's plenty more like that. And if they are true, what if it's just... Makes sense to me. Deer-eating birds is less scary than deer-eating birds. What? Oh! Got it. Deer-eating birds is much scarier than deer-eating birds. I like that. That's funny. Makes sense to me. For sure. And even if this one's hogwash, there's a lot of evidence out there. Are you really expecting to find anything out there? Are you really expecting to find anything out here? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that's stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythical reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Has anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that one time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a few weeks or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was that one time where I was out here alone and kind of got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but it wasn't. But I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. I object to that accusation. I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind. That's what I did, and I kept Stella's company just as she would have for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense. But a few tomato juice baths later, and I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was that one time I accidentally stumbled into Old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, yo mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for now? Way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry I asked. And who's this you stuck it into coming with you? Wait a tick. You want... Is that... Yep, I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger. Another opportunity for a salty introduction. You hold out the slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it in your rucksack. Like the scent of old beer, but you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. Old peanuts? From your backpack? Nah, I'm all set, thank you. Now both of y'all head on back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative of a few couple folks with the camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy. Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damned camera down. Aw, come on, Duke. Maybe I can help out. I'm pretty good at tracking, you know, I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chuckalabungas or what have you. Something's been getting in my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and I can't afford to lose that many more than that. Huh. Wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chickens. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. No, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's them damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. These sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And if I know for a fact that's what's been getting into my chickens, it wouldn't have been anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. It's true. There are mountain lions out here, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. I can't believe you go out on your little YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me out to look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. We were here first. What? If you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. Right on, Duke. Kill that mountain lion. Can't you just buy more chickens? Okay, let's go. Don't butt in. This is between Duke and Stella. Staying out of this. Old Duke is awesome. You stand awkwardly by as the two continue to argue. Duke, you're just wasting your time. Give us just one night out here to see what we can find. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. Yeah, right. You'll get some shaky footage of a raccoon and claim it's a heretofore unknown creature that has been heat ray vision or some nonsense. I know what I'm looking for, and there's no way I'm backing down. But I've got to film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so that I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on a schedule. And you know what? My boy Bo and me are headed down to the estate fair to show off Big Betty. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. You know how I feel about my chickens. I wouldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. Let's just go, Stella. I don't see why I need to be involved in this. I'm out. This is too much pressure. Walk away. Let's just go, Stella. He's not gonna budge. You're right. No point losing any more time arguing. Fine. We'll head back to town. Break a leg out there, Duke. Break a what now? I mean, good luck, old man. All right. Have a nice night, y'all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There ain't no way I'm letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us around him. Yes, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Lead the way. Oh no, are you sure? No way. Yeah, let's do it. Yes, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Never. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. All right. This looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistants, the mysterious Irinixis, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. And keep digging, Gretchens. Oh, that was the dog's voice. And keep digging, Gretchens. I can take the camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we need to get out in all of this gorgeous scenery. It's breathtaking. And the air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. It is. I'm glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying wow into an empty expanse every time I come out here. It's nice to have someone to say wow with. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, recursive snort. What was that? Oh no, the skunk ape has found us. Is Duke back with the shotgun run? Death has come to find us at last. Goodbye, cruel world. What was that? No need to panic. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about a big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. Oh, my camera needs to be tilted. You're just looking at, like, the top of my head. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? Single deer remains behind, staring down from the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. The acorn became the oak, becomes the rich rot that swaddles the acorn. The cycle that is stretched is not the cycle that is broken. A deer! And there is something uncouthly fake and vile to its odors. Let me at him! How dare he infringe upon my dear Stella's personal space? Let me at him! Your souring husk will feed the coming world. This is good. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. And they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I think that deer was threatening us. There was something wrong with that deer. There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I'd bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Excuse you? Though after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I could see the merit of your concern. It was creepy. Yeah. Yeah. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is running around in the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? Well, that's got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. It's never too late to turn back. Yeah. Well, that's got my heart rate up. I am so ready for the hunt. Same for me. How's about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, and then we'll get ready right into the night's activities. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Trail mix, snack bar, dried apricots, sesame seeds. We're not hungry. Dried apricots. You grab a handful of dried apricots. You know, I dried these myself. Janie gave me a bunch of apricots, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do with apricots, and they were starting to go bad, so I panicked and threw them in the oven. And now she keeps giving me more. Please, take as many as you can eat. I've had so many that I can't even taste them. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand. As the quiet sounds of evening wildlife rush over you, Stella gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So tell me, what's it like in Dreamland? Or in Streamland? Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Irinixis. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I live in a closet with 10 roommates. I live in a doorless apartment that floods when it rains. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. I'd rather not say, remain silent. I think I did a dingy studio apartment. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. And it's a mixed bag. At first it was kind of nice to finally have space that was just mine, but now it feels cramped. It's like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come and let me out. But I chose this for myself, and as far as they know, I'm happy being there. The lights flicker, the toilet is constantly getting backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. I got a plant, you know how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room. When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways. Have you tried looking for a different place, or maybe finding a roommate? There's got to be something better out there for you. I've thought about finding a place with roommates, but I haven't really landed on anything yet. Maybe I'll look into it when I get back. Oh yeah? So what do you do for a living? I build programmable ads for a company nobody's ever heard of. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer. I'm a student. Please let me scroll. Let me scroll. I'm a teacher. I'm in the service industry. I'd rather not say. Let's say I'm in college. I'm still in school. I've got a work-study program going on right now that keeps me going, and sometimes I participate in research studies that throw a cool $20 my way. Oh yeah? I've always wondered what it would be like to study at a big city school. Living in a dorm with a bunch of people your age, staying out late and eating pizza, meeting people from around the world. Though I guess you're not doing the dorm part, but I couldn't leave those beautiful woods behind. This is my home, and I love it here. I think leaving would just make me miss it. So what do you study? English. Oh, neat. So you study books and stuff. Yeah, I'm a writer too. Love it, but I'm nervous what I'll do after I graduate. Let's be uncertain about our future. I love what I do, but I'm more than a little nervous about what I'll do after I graduate. Maybe I'll get another degree or go into teaching. For a moment you think you catch something in the tree line from out of the corner of your eye, but before you can see anything, it's gone. I think I saw something out there. It might be Skunk Ape. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. Oh gosh, I don't remember which one I picked. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. And I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone there? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the Holler's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. It's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my mourning, but don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. Mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Well, thanks, Irinixis. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I'm okay, hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. Kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. I can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. My stars! What was that? It's showtime. I could hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet. You're right, and whatever made that sound is close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Irinixis. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. I see it. It's sweet, kind, a bed of flowers, a nice wind, a gentle gardener. Maybe Duke's birds were eaten after all. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 3 feet tall? It doesn't look hairy either. So I think we could rule out Skunk Ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Stella! Stella! Ow! Are you okay? Oh god, the monster's got you. We're gonna die out here. Oh god, the monster will get. Oh good, the monster will get you first. I'm here. I thought you were supposed to be a hardened mountain girl. Say nothing. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I tripped on something weird. Just like my Stella to get overexcited and lose track of herself. Oh no, the poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. A new beginning. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Oh, Jesus! It's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera? Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor. Could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Geez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? I know that smell. That's old Duke. Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? Birdie? Birdie, oh no. What's happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. She smells horrible. Nothing like an animal at all. Just like that deer. I can barely even smell the woods anymore. It's all that uncanny plastic stench. Jesus H. Christ. The animals tonight have been saying some weird things to me. There's something really wrong with the animals we've seen tonight. Duke, we saw that thing get a hold of her. Examine. That's been getting your chickens. Do you think we should put her down? What is that deer? There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. What a horrid thing to witness. It's like they've all gone mad. If this happens to me, I wouldn't want to live like that. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. Duke, we saw that thing get a hold of her. Examine the chicken. You stoop down to look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to bite it if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird doesn't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. Examine the growth. Good God, at first you thought it might have been a tumor. But this is something else. The skin stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop, and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once, and there's not much a scar these days. I don't know, it kind of looks like something's in there. Smells like it should be buried somewhere deep. My senses scream out that this is an abomination. Oh, Stella, please don't get too close. Can you hear the birth that dwells within me? Can you hear the way it roars and thunders? Looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. The old becomes the new. I've never flown, but now I soar. Whatever got hold of her busted her wing up too, little bird. Yeah, what a bastard. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Can't hide from me. I can see you. I can smell you. Sick, sick creature. Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. Duke, we saw that thing that got a hold of her. Do you think she's becoming an egg? Like, what are we supposed to do, man? I'm freaking the hell out right now. Duke, I don't think it's a mountain lion that got your chickens. Do you think we should put her down? This is just like the deer. What are we supposed to do? Do you think she's become an egg? like one of those things is going to pop out of her? What a horrid thought. No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Duke, I don't think it's a mountain lion that's been getting at your chickens. Yeah, no shit. In all my years, I ain't never seen anything like this. As you and Duke and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. But then, a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. There's something out here, all around us. I can smell it! There are so many of them! Oh, what the hell is going on? Hey guys, do you hear that? I think we need to get out of here. Oh, what the hell is going on? The voices... I have no idea. She starts filming again. Come on, Birdie. Let's get you home. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer. Growing closer. What in the hell is that? The gardeners come to mend nurture. Let me blossom and sprout. Let me become. You feel a tightening in the leash pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer or I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. Stella, there's another one! The leash is fully drawn taut, and then there is a sudden loosening. You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slither out from the bush. Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once, a pattern of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke grapples with one of the things as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way, as it grapples for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused watching the other creatures attempt to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, get grubby little hands off my bird! I'm helping the dog. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Irinixis, my hero! You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Duke? Blood. Blood in my heavens, I smell blood. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great. Okay, step 2. What's step 2? Holy shit. What the fuck? Hey, it's okay. Let's take some deep breaths and collect ourselves. We call the cops. We go home and pretend this never happened. We go after those damn things. It's what we would want. Revenge. Damn, Stella, why didn't you do something? You just stood there filming. What's wrong with you? Well, Stella, looks like you got the footage you wanted. Happy now. That was really rude. Holy shit. Fuck. What the fuck? Okay. Deep breaths. We have to do something. What if we chase after those things? Get as much footage as we can. It's the only way anyone will believe us about what happened. We owe it to Duke. Stella, you froze. If you go after those things and you pull that again, Stella, you have to get out of here. Lead the way. Are you sure this is a good idea? Are you nuts? The man is dead, Stella. Are you nuts? A man is dead, Stella. Yeah, you're right. Let's head back and call the police. My phone should get reception once we're back to the main road. You and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods. The unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Keep moving. You say nothing, continue forward with grim determination. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sound of nature. Sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell the stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha, and 13 text messages. Call her, text her that you're okay, text her that she needs to calm down. Tabitha seems worried. Yikes, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I didn't think Tabitha would be so needy. Uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble. Nothing. Call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her and say that you're okay. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls up her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountain on the Asigna Trail. The Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay. But hurry, Jesus, Earl. Who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugsby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See, right there. A thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. No, there was more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they are, they aren't human. And they killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Just let me turn it off to save the battery. You notice Stella pop something out of the camera and slide it in her sleeve. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out here in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugsby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you in. Who are you, exactly? Oh, that's Irinixis. They came into town today for the funeral. Oh, right, sure. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights, a Deputy Dirk gets bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to be wait. We'll just have to wait. They're gonna blame you, right? That's a courtesy thing, I guess. That's a country thing, I guess. Yeah, just leaving a corpse in the woods until morning. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Just leave the dead man. The cop ushers you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen, aren't you? Sheriff Hugsby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella. A worried look stretches across her little pug face as Hugsby scratches behind her ears. Stella is quiet and stiff next to you, back rigid as she stares out the window, jaw clenched. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither one of us likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. You reach out and place your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. I don't think Estella's okay back here, fellas. I guess we just saw a man die. Remain silent. You sit quietly, watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you think you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you before it slips back into the darkness. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of the small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have all this sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Irinixis. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. You'll have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any of these bugaboos come give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. The cop seems skeptical. Yeah. One of them does. One of them just does not seem to care about anything. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. How are you holding up? How am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clear footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have, and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over there now before it gets any later. I should probably check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop by first? I know I wouldn't want to head up to that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. I can't remember what I did. I do think I went back home tonight. I just don't want to make choices that take away certain options later, because I want to get as close to the original ending as I had. I like Stella a lot as well. Yeah. I'm going to head back because I think that's what I did last time, and I want to make sure that I'm not neglecting the friendship I want to build with Tabitha as well. Because I do believe if I don't go with her tonight, I get to meet with her in the morning. I really should head back. Okay, if you're sure, I won't stop you if that's really what you want to do. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Irinixis. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow morning we are meeting up 100%. and I'm going to go home and try to make sure Tabitha doesn't hate me. As far as you know, those creatures from the woods have infested these trails as well, but it's too late for you to turn around. You'll either make it back to the estate, or you won't. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure in a miner's jacket, staring from the path behind you. You didn't hear it approach. Irinixis. Run. I'm sorry. Who are you? Run. Without a word, you turn and bolt from the figure, sprinting for longer and further than you thought possible. Do it. You won't. Oh, yeah. You run. Yeah, yeah. Bolt. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash for the door. Try the door. Oh, thank God you're back. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. You didn't even pick up when I called you back. I texted you back. I watched a man die tonight. I called you back as soon as I had a reception. I don't care. You gave me a heart attack. There was this miner on the way home who called me by name and everything. Scared the shit out of me. Do you know what's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course miners walk around in the woods. And of course people know who you are. We don't get a lot of visitors in these parts. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and it ended up with us watching a man die. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, okay. Good night. You're alone in the estate. Aw, she does care. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, it is important to me that I establish a weird friendship with Tabitha. Like, that is a thing to me. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. You thoughtlessly stumble into your room, and before you even fully realize you're there, you've already collapsed onto the mattress, exhausted. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that's happened to someone else, though you could still clearly picture the terror you felt in the moments. For now you're safe and you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry about that things will only get worse. Okay. I think I did everything well enough or close enough to what I did the first time that I'm still on path to what I'm trying to accomplish. And I believe this is the end of chapter 1. I definitely did not pick all of the same choices, but I'm hoping I was able to do close enough. is where we will end chapter 1. Or episode 1. Um, yay. And I will save. And we will probably end the stream here. No! But I am definitely going to play again in the morning and play chapter 2, I think. And then, because this was very fun and I'm enjoying replaying it. So, but it is 11 p.m. Define morning. When I wake up. If you want me to wake up sooner, call me. But I figure I can play chapter 2 of this. Not helpful. I mean, I can set an alarm. Because I am going to bed at a decent time, not like the last 2 nights where I went to bed at like 3, 4 a.m. It's a lot easier to wake up before noon when you go to bed before 3 a.m. Well, let's decide now. When do we want to wake up? Like 9, 7, 8? What do you think? Because I definitely am looking forward to playing the next episode. 9? Okay, cool. Then yeah, we'll aim for tomorrow at 9 for stream 2. Woo woo! And this was officially my first stream. I'm excited. Sounds good. All right, cool. Then we did it. I am going to end the stream. Goodbye!